like if you found the video valuable. Spring arrived in Windermere with a blush of pink and white, blanketing the town in blooming cherry blossoms. Emma had always loved this season. It made everything feel new, possible. Every morning before work, she took a detour through the old botanical garden, where one particular cherry tree stood taller than the rest. She called it the storyteller. Why? Because beneath that tree, 3 years ago, she had met someone. His name was Theo. He'd been sketching the tree in a small notebook, headphones on, humming something she couldn't hear. She remembered how he looked up, startled, as her coffee slipped from her hand and splashed at his feet. He didn't yell, didn't scowl. He just smiled and said, "Well, that's a first." From that moment, they kept running into each other, at that tree, at the coffee shop nearby, on the tram. It wasn't long before they were more than strangers. Or even friends. But love isn't always enough to stop time. Theo had received a scholarship to study in Florence, and though they'd promised to keep in touch, the distance became a silent river between them. Their texts thinned, calls came fewer. Until one day, they stopped altogether. Now, 3 years later, Emma still walked past that tree. And then one morning, her breath caught. Someone was sitting under the storyteller tree. Sketching. Headphones on. It couldn't be. She stepped closer, heart hammering. He looked up, the same way he had 3 years ago. Startled, then smiling. "Emma?" Her voice barely worked. "Theo?" He stood slowly, brushing petals from his jeans. "Didn't expect to see you. I mean, I hoped. But, it's been a while. I thought you were still in Italy." He shrugged. "Finished last month. I came home early. I needed, I don't know, familiar air. This tree." She smiled at that. There was silence, the kind that's heavy with meaning. Not awkward, just full. Theo gestured to the blanket he'd laid out beneath the tree. "Sit?" She hesitated, then sat beside him. The petals drifted around them like memories. "I never stopped thinking about you," he said softly. Emma looked at him, eyes stinging slightly. "I tried not to think about you." "I'm sorry," he said. "For not calling. For not holding on harder." She smiled, small and sad. "I guess life happened." "Yeah," he said, "but so did this tree." Every spring, he opened his sketchbook. Inside was a page, unfinished, of the storyteller tree. But what caught her eye was a second sketch, half hidden. It was her, holding a coffee cup, laughing. He saw her looking. That one never changed. Emma reached out and touched the page. Then looked at him. "I'm still here," she whispered. He closed the book. "So am I." They sat beneath the cherry blossoms, not rushing anything. Letting spring begin again.